Come in.
Hey, Mitch. Nice to meet you.
Clay Maurer, pleasure to meet you as well.
How are you doing today, sir?
Fantastic.
Well, that's good. How's business been?
Business has been busy.
Busy? Well, that's always good. Can't complain about that.
Yeah, it's long days, but it's always a good thing.
There you go. I like the new hospital, by the way. It's really nice.
Yeah, they did a good job on it, didn't they?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's a dramatic improvement from some of the other facilities that I work at.
That's the truth. Well, as you know, I'm a Stryker rep. I'm here. I work in the endoscopy area, and today I just wanted to kind of get a feel for what you guys do, how you do business, and who you guys work with, and things like that. First, I'd like to ask you, what's your title here?
I'm the head of general surgery
Okay.
here at the hospital.
Okay, how long have you been with this hospital?
So this hospital is only a year old, but I've been with the health system for 15 years.
Okay.
And I was just recently, in the last 2 years, voted to the chair of general surgery.
Okay. Okay. Are you enjoying it? You like your new position?
Yeah, it's a little bit more paperwork than I was expecting, but because my true passion is being in the operating room.
Okay.
But it's good. This is sort of the career path that I had envisioned for myself.
I gotcha. Okay. Well, before we go any further and for future meetings, are you the one that's in charge of purchasing decisions?
Well, I have a lot to do with it. Certainly the bean counters, I like to call them, the purchasing folks will have a lot to do with pricing and contracts and things like that, but the health system really values my opinion, and I usually will take the pulse of our department, but I have a lot of influence on the decision.
Nice. Sounds good to me. Who are some of your medical suppliers right now?
We do use some Stryker equipment.
Okay.
We use some equipment from Olympus for certain procedures. We use Karl Storz, we use Wolf, ACMI periodically. So we use a variety of different vendors.
Okay.
But certainly Stryker is somebody that we've done business with in the past, and it's done well for us.
Okay. Just a random question. Who's your favorite vendor?
Well, Stryker is today. How about that?
There we go. That's what I like to hear. I know that you do deal with a lot of vendors, like you just said. But with us specifically, how has your relationships been? How have the deliveries been? How's your equipment been?
We've had, since I've been working for this health system, we've had a number of different Stryker reps. Some I've had a very good relationship with. Some not necessarily as good. Nobody has, I would say, been negative, somebody I really didn't like to work with, but some have certainly been better than others.
Okay.
I'm a big proponent of communication, and service. And if you and I have an open line of communication, and if I need something taken care of, or anybody in my service needs it, we expect you to be there to take care of it.
Okay.
So at this point, I would say that my experience with Stryker has been good.
Okay.
So hopefully you can pick up where they left off.
There you go. Now, are we doing well compared to the other companies that you're supplying?
Yeah. I mean, Stryker has its strengths, and there's certainly some things that other companies do that might be better than Stryker. But I feel like we're willing to work with Stryker, and hopefully we can improve on, or Stryker can improve on some of those things. But like I said, the overall experience has been good. Okay. And there's a number of things that we like to look at. I mean, cost, performance, service, etc. So if we can work together with the hospital and the physicians, then we're going to be okay. And we're willing to make some sacrifices. If Stryker doesn't necessarily do things as well as let's say Olympus, if you can give us a better price, sometimes that can win out at the end of the day.
Yeah, that is very true. What are some specific issues that you dealt with, at least with us, that you think could definitely use some improvement?
I think there's a few bells and whistles on your cameras that aren't necessarily working the way they're supposed to.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the age of the equipment, or it just doesn't seem that there's the image quality is as good as it has been in the past. I know at another facility I work at, the equipment just doesn't seem to perform as well as it used to.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's the equipment just not being as durable as it should be, or if it's our sterile processing team not handling the equipment properly. There could be some other factors there, but that's what I've been noticing lately.
Okay. How old is your camera system here?
So the camera system, I believe, well, at this hospital, since it's only been open a year, it's new. But the other hospitals that I work at, it's about 5 years old. So I mean, it's coming time to get some new equipment.
Okay. Okay. Well, like I said earlier, I am a Stryker rep. A little bit about Stryker. It was created by a Homer Stryker who was tired of the not bad but not up to par tools that he was getting for his patients. So he decided to mess around and ended up creating some tools himself.
Really?
Yep. And this was in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Oh, we like American-born companies.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was in 1941 when he actually first opened the business. But now, in 2013, there's over 20,000 employees here at Stryker, so we were very fast growing. And
Wow.
Like it like that. Fortune 500 company, so.
It's impressive.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But as you were saying about the camera systems, this is our newest camera system. It is the 1488 camera system. I'll let you look at this a little bit. What I really like about the new camera system is the picture is just unbelievable. The digital output allows you to record at 1080p, so instead of just taking pictures in the 1080p that you would see like your HD television or something like that, we can now record, and if you're going to a meeting or have to show other doctors your process or what you did, you can record that, and instead of seeing it on a blurry screen, you get the high definition like you would at home sitting on a television watching a basketball or football game or something like that.
Yeah, that's great, especially in general surgery. So much of what we do is diagnosing problems in the anatomy. So the better we can see, the better we can care for our patients. So that's really important.
Yeah, we were really excited about this new camera system. The next thing that I'm going to talk to you about in the camera system is the new L900 LED light source. What this does, it basically eliminates you in need of changing a light bulb. It has a cooler light emission system, so it's less likely to burn your patients. And it also has a standby mode that it'll go into if the light or if the cord or the cable detaches from the light.
Okay.
So that we've noticed with a lot of our previous customers has really been a nice thing for them because they're not burning patients as near as much as they used to be.
Sure, those types of never events, the more we can do to eliminate them, the better. So if the product sort of helps us do that, that's
exactly
a feather in your cap.
Exactly. And then the last really nice thing about the new camera system is that it's designed for 9 surgical specialties. So let's say you're doing 3 or 4 different types of surgeries in the same hospital, you're not going to have to go buy a separate camera system for each surgery that you're doing. It allows you to use this for every single thing that you're going to do.
So theoretically, we could standardize not just this hospital, but any of these other hospitals across the board to your Stryker system, is what you're saying.
Yes, and see, like you said, for this hospital specifically, you probably aren't in need of a new camera system yet since it's only been a year. But for the ones where you said that they were about 5 years old, I think it's about time that you guys maybe at least looked around to see what there is out there.
Sure, and I know that some of the other vendors have some newer technology, but I don't know that 1080p was even on their radar yet.
Yeah,
so that's exciting.
That was the really nice thing about working for Stryker is that we can offer that, and most of the companies out there can't do that. And that's a really good
because
thing for us.
it's frustrating. I'm at home watching the football game, and the picture is absolutely beautiful, and then I'm going to the operating room where I'm caring for a patient, and the picture doesn't look half as good.
Yeah, and see, we've been spending years on developing technology like that. It's a little bit harder for the medical system to develop a higher resolution for cameras than it is, say, for your televisions.
Sure. The consumer market moves a lot faster than we do, unfortunately.
Yeah. So, if you like what you see, I could go back and maybe set up some quotes and get some prices for you and see if there's anything that you'd be interested in specifically for the camera system.
Yeah, I absolutely. I would. I'll go back and talk to our finance people at those other hospitals and let them know that we're interested in upgrading our equipment. I know that there's some capital funds available, so the timing might be really good on this. Okay. And then I'd love for you to bring it in to the hospital and let us try it out on some patients.
Okay,
We'd be allowed to do that.
That would be awesome. Anytime would work for me if you early next week sometime.
Yeah. Let me, I'll, why don't you send me an email, give me some of this information so I can pass it on to them. And then I'll respond and we can set up another meeting over at the other hospital, and we can get the director involved and maybe some of my partners, and we can set up a time to trial it. Because from what I'm seeing here, this looks great. This is the kind of technology that we've been needing, and sort of the timing is right for us to bring it in.
Okay, sounds good.
So, well, hey, I appreciate you coming by. I
Thanks
appreciate
for
your time.
Man. I appreciate
No
it.
problem.
Thanks. Have a good day.
You too.